Okay, welcome everyone. It's a very special session today that I haven't run before in this kind of format. We've just got someone else joining. Amazing. So this idea came through for me probably a bit less than a couple of weeks ago. Because I do work one-on-one with clients at the moment in a long-term container, but what I'd started to notice is that I was meeting with people and having these like just first meetings and giving people these readings of what I felt about their energy and what it is they're here to do, and getting the feedback that that was profoundly shifting the direction of where it is that they're going and what it is that they're doing. And so this is a part that I'm really owning in what I bring and how I can be of service during this time. So I can just see all these other beautiful people jumping on, which is great, and appreciate all of you being patient and dedicated to showing up for this today. I'll just pop you on mute while I'm just introducing. So I really felt that this is a really special new moon today as well. And I know all of you on this call today really deeply understand that we're in such a transformative time, and all of you, everyone here, all is part, like from even the people that I've tuned into that we're going to be delving into today, you're all very strong leaders. And yeah, that was really the overall sense that I got from this group is like, yeah, there's some really strong leaders coming in today that just are really looking for that level of activation. And what I've really felt that that's around is there's something there that's kind of blocking that ability to step forward, because it's like, oh, it's does it really get to be this way? Like, do I really get to be who I am in my individuality and still be making an impact? It's like there's this piece around there of really claiming the individuality and what it is that you all truly uniquely bring. But there's very much a theme of being of service and supporting the collective during this time amongst everyone that I dropped in with. And I think that's really beautiful, because that's what this whole session is really about. Like I said, I've usually been working with people one-to-one, and I'm like, no, I love bringing together groups, bringing together collectives, because we all get to see a part of ourselves in each other. And we're holding, like I said in the intro to this today, this is an energetic space where everyone in here right now, we're all feeling and connecting with each other and what we're bringing through in our own unique ways, and that activates something in all of us. So I'm like, all right, I create this experience when I'm working with people just, on one call with me, which is really great because I get to deeply personalize things with them. But I'm really excited to branch out and experiment in doing this with a group space today. So yeah, I love it. This is like just an exciting circle for all of us to be in, and yeah, it's a great group. So I'm glad we made it work in the end. So the way that I really work is I'm deeply feeling what's happening in a space and then communicating that through. So for all of you to really receive what we bring through today, it's important that this isn't coming through the mind, that we're actually receiving this through our bodies. So before we get started, and just a heads up, we will go a little bit over the original scheduled time, 2 p.m. So we'll probably go to about 20 past in whatever time zone you're in. So just hopefully that's all good for all of you and we don't have to rush off. But yeah, just wanted to give the heads up on that as well. So if we just all sit in a comfortable position, closing down the eyes, just placing our hands in a comfortable place. Just descending into this moment, And just bringing your attention to the base of your spine, feeling the connection to your chair or the ground beneath you. And then breathing up from that space through your sex center up into your heart. And exhaling back down. Imagining the earth beneath you, feeling grounded. Just imagining yourself breathing the energy up from the earth again through your sex up into your heart center. Taking an audible exhale. And just imagining the sky above you, the sun or the stars. Imagining that light coming down through your crown, meeting the center of your heart. And as you breathe into that space, feel the connection coming from your root down into the earth and the light through your crown, letting those two energies meet at the center. Just bringing your attention to the space in your body that you're feeling the most tension right now. You might want to place a hand there or just hold your awareness there. Just allow yourself to move from that space. How does your body want to move in response to what that feeling is? Synchronize your breath with that sensation. Maybe relaxing the hands. Bringing sound in to express how that wants to move. Noticing how that frees up the space. Maybe doing some circles with your hips, or expanding and contracting your chest, maybe shaking out, rolling your shoulders, letting go of thoughts and just staying with the sensations in your body, connecting in with this place. Noticing how your root feels in this motion that you're creating right now. Is there any tingling? Is there any numbness? And just welcoming in life force connection right now. Acknowledging that your body is the pillar between the sky and the earth. Just letting out any final adjustments, any stretches, any sounds. Just coming into comfortable stillness again. Just noticing the subtle vibrations in your body, pulse of energy. Being with those sensations and then going a layer deeper behind them. Letting go of the stories of how it feels or what it might mean and just going beyond them. Deeper. Into the unknown. Into the space of creation. Just taking a moment to see if there is anything there for you right now. A word, different feeling you might not have noticed before. Just rubbing your hands together in front of your heart, giving your tailbone a little bit of a shake. And just holding your hands towards the screen, feeling the energy of the group, of what's about to be brought through, of what's going to be activated in us all today. Allowing yourself to be open and to be receptive, expressive. And then bring that energy back into your body, into yourself, towards your heart, towards your sex. Just breathe that in. And just before we come back into the space, just connect with an intention you have, knowing that whatever you are putting in the space today is for all of us and for you. Coming back. Great. So I've chosen 3 people that I'm going to be delving into today. So I'll be sharing a little bit of what I have picked up from these people, and also open the space for there to be just a dialogue between us as well around what's occurring for you in creating your bigger vision and receiving that deeper level of clarity that's going to really help you move forward in that as well. So I can see Luke on the screen now. So I would love to start with you. So just for everyone to know, I just looked through the list of people that had registered to this and just really felt, who I really wanted to look into today. And so say hello, Luke, and maybe just introduce a little bit about yourself and maybe what really drew you into, want to be here and receive this insight today.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name's Luke. What kind of drew me into this was more just the series of coincidences that just kind of kept occurring until I saw it pop up on my Facebook when Lauren actually posted it, and I was like, I should probably go to that, and now I'm here.
Amazing. And I've been feeling you in my space as well, so it feels great to support you and really feel like I can see what you're boiling on as such. So if you could kind of just share a little bit before I give my reflections of what's kind of alive for you right now, when it comes to building your mission, because I know like the piece that you shared was like you just have this real desire to change the world, and I feel we all really can share that on the call. It's like we've just got this hunger, and I can like feel this like real fiery energy around that for you. So yeah, what's kind of occurring right now in where you're at in your journey?
So at the moment, I'm building up my new business, which is a coaching business that's also transitioning into a tech product that I'm developing at the moment. But I guess the problem is when you actually messaged me an hour or two ago, the thing that popped up for me was I already know what's going to happen. I already can see the timelines and I'm impatient and don't want to wait for it.
And what is it that you're seeing?
I'm already seeing it's going to work and I can already see where I'm going to be in 5, 10 years. So it's like, why do I have to do the work now? I already know it's going to happen, but then I don't do the work and it doesn't happen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because your big piece, like you've just got this massive fire um to serve the collective. Like, do you really feel that your work is about like a lot of your work is like, I want to just help others?
That's pretty much the core of it.
Yeah. And it's
It's,
like an uncontrollable like burning for you.
yeah, it's been that way since I was a kid. I always knew this is what I'd be doing. I just wasn't sure how I'd be doing it.
Mhm. Mhm. And where's your frustration kind of lying at the moment?
Impatience. Also, I'm trying things and I know the general direction, but I'm not 100% where it is. But at the moment, I'm learning to step back and trust and surrender that I'm going in the right direction instead of trying to force and control the direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was one of the key messages I got through for you, is that you have got a lot of like intellectual wisdom, um, but you're also deeply intuitive as well, which is like you said, you can see the vision, you can see what's coming. And I feel that perhaps what's occurring right now is you're having this real kind of fight between the body in a way, like that you like it can get a lot up here, and maybe that's the experience of um, this feels like it's not moving forward, and it's really becoming up in here. Does that resonate?
A little bit. I'm coming into terms with it at the moment, and I've taken a step back over the past week, which is why I'm in a random rest stop 6 hours from Sydney. So I'm
Mm.
taking a step back and going back to prioritizing myself, which is then allowing me to come up with new ideas, which is what I've been doing for the most of this week.
Yeah, yeah. So you're on a bit of a journey at the moment, traveling.
I left Byron yesterday.
Yeah. How's it felt for you since you've been on the move? Has that been supportive?
Lonely, stressful, boring, insightful, learning, if that
Mm.
makes sense, which is exactly what needed to happen.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Because what was occurring for you before that? Was it you're more in like an isolated situation?
Um, I was a little bit isolated because of the whole COVID situation in Sydney, but I was also stressed and frustrated because the progress that I was making wasn't as fast as I wanted to go and I kept failing. And then I managed to take a step back and it's going in a better direction.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because for you, it's like you do have this ability to take a lot of action, but it's the most powerful for you when it's going to come from that inspired action. So
Yeah.
going out and having these adventures and doing these new things, and even going deeper on your own like connection with your with your spiritual connection, is actually what's going to bring that through. It's almost like it's gotten a bit too heady, or it's gotten a bit too like, I'm trying to work this out. But like you said, it's all coming. It wants to move through you. So your practice is actually, what can you cultivate in your life that's going to allow you to be in that more receptive state?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of practices have you got in your life at the moment?
In terms of what?
Like your spiritual practice. I feel something. I know that we've kind of chatted a little bit about this in our conversations before, but definitely like having something that just allows you to like uh, yeah, be in the body. I'm almost seeing like, are you like a runner?
Not really. I do a lot of exercise, but I'm not a runner. I do go to the gym.
Yeah, it's like some kind of movement, like something that's embodied that allows you to be in that flow state.
The only flow state I get is when I'm doing yoga or at the gym, because I have a lot of trouble grounding myself because I'm always out of my body in another realm most of the time.
Yeah, yeah. So getting in the body and like being in, like connected is going to be really powerful because like you said, it's all there and it all wants to move through you. It's just about, yeah. Yeah, that like even like the way that you serve people, um it's like it's some like I was getting like life hacks, like like how can you help people improve the easefulness of their life.
That's pretty much the tech idea that I had at the moment. It's
Yeah,
literally how do you basically cultivate new habits in people to reduce stress in their life? That's literally what I've been focusing on the
yeah,
last week.
yeah, 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 exactly, yeah. And that's almost like that's your own mission that you're being initiated into.
Yeah, I'm learning to just step back and just go with the flow instead of forcing it. It makes it slightly easier.
Totally. And that's like that's something that everyone um can take on as well, because ultimately it's like you desire to create more connection and more community among people.
Yeah,
It's like how can we all like how can we all get on board with the same ideas?
it's pretty much what I'm thinking about these days at the moment.
Yeah. 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 Amazing. Well, that those were the core pieces I really had, and it feels like that's really like that's landing for you. Does
Yeah.
that kind of give you that little bit of more clarity of what's being created? Is there anything in particular that you wanted to ask around? Yeah, even from what I've shared there, or specifically that you'd like my reflection on?
Um, it's kind of reinforced the idea that I had that I just have to step back, be more patient, surrender more, and just go with the flow. But also at the same time, stay in my head slightly and actually direct it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Pretty much thinking the last week. So it's good to get it reinforced, actually.
yeah, yeah, totally. And focus on serving the collective. What do people really need? Like you have got that, that strong entrepreneurial sense in that way that you can read what is needed in the collective and respond to that.
Yeah.
That's really a power. And take that information and then intuitively assess it. You've got that nice, like it is very much like, what do the people need? And then step back, is this truly aligned?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Like it's good you have that deeper depth to be able to assess it, and really, and that will be through the embodiment stuff. To be able to then feel that and go, okay, yeah, like I want to go here and I want to do this and I want to do that and this is what I'm feeling is needed, and does it feel in flow for me?
So as long as it feels right, I'm going in the right direction. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you're deep. You've got that deep connection. You can lean back on that, but have the outlets where you can be sharing that the wisdom and the knowledge and things that come through as well, and you like in a way that feels energizing. And like travel and moving around is like having new environments, meeting new groups of people, connecting with new, um, yeah, with new people that are doing similar things.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
lean on the support of your communities.
Oh, that's something I'll have to learn.
Well, you are, yeah, you're quite individual. Um, but it's like, yeah, yeah, claim, like I've got wisdom keeper, nurturing wisdom keeper was what I shared for you, because there is this sensitivity that's behind you as well that might be that might be kind of like protecting that desire to share the information.
Yeah, I've had a lot of experiences in the past where you can't tell people everything because it just stuffs something up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so really tapping into like that group of people that you can really trust. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And just scanning. I'm just like, yeah, feeling into your field right now, and
It's okay.
yeah. Yeah, just feeling there's still a little bit of like doubt there for you.
A little bit, but that's never going to go away. That's healthy for me.
Doubt is healthy.
Hesitancy.
Mm-hmm. Why is that something that you desire to hold on to?
It's not that I desire to hold on to it, but it's what keeps me safe sometimes.
Yeah, and you desire that level of safety.
No, I desire not to get eaten in a forest, but yeah, that.
Mm. Yeah. Just want you to receive that, like you said, you've got a really important destiny that you're here to fulfill, and that's there.
You just have to do the work.
Well, not necessarily the work. What if you just have to allow it to move through you? Allow it to move through you.
Trust and surrender and just go with the flow.
I feel like there's like, you don't want to believe that. What's burnt you around that?
Every time I've trusted, I've been burnt in the past. That's why I've always just taken hold of and done it myself.
Mm.
Those are stories for another time, though.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, yeah. You've got big things to share and big things to do. And it does get to be easy. It does get to be easeful and intuitive, and it gets to be an adventure.
That
But yeah,
sounds nice.
it's like I can even see now that you're wanting to kind of go into the thought of this, and that, like we said, it's going to come when we can go into this deeper place, because you're very much mastering the knowledge, but you've also got a lot of depth.
Just make sure I regularly take a step back and just make sure I'm going in the right flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know, actually.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Luke. We'll finish
Very.
up there. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling a little bit in your heart area, but yeah, things are starting to move, and yeah, if anything comes up after this, then we can drop in as well.
Sounds good.
Beautiful. All right, we will go to Brianna.
Hi. Am I doing my thing? You're on mute.
I was like trying to unmute you, and I was like muted myself. Where are you right now? Are you in LA or Costa Rica?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA. Amazing, amazing. Miss Individuality.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'm so excited to drop in with you because you were just really fun to tune into before this. You're such a leader, but that yeah, you really yeah, it was just this sense of freedom, independence, representing this the power that individuality has to bring people together into their tribes. Yeah. Yeah. And I just to share with everyone today, it's really beautiful to read you, because the first time we met, you just came up to me and read me. And we met in Costa Rica after Envision Festival, the last festival on earth before all of this walked away. So yeah, I'd love for you to just share. I know that you've also have this amazing vision to be a guide and support people and bring out the unique gifts in others. What's moving in your space right now?
I think I connected a lot with sort of, I think, Luke before me, but it's like I'm really in my head, and it's like I think like, well, how is it going to happen, or what is it going to look like? And it's like I've gotten so stuck that I haven't just embodied and trusted and allowed it to come through. And it was actually really interesting. I just recently, just tonight, 30 minutes before you messaged me, I was having an actual panic attack because I didn't know what I wanted to be in 10 years. So it was funny that he could so clearly see it. But yeah, it's because I can't crystally see it, I haven't been moving forward. And it's I've been tripping out on I feel this significance inside of my body. I feel my power and my magic, and I've sort of been not taking that inspired action every day, and I just been what is this world? I'd say for me.
Yeah. Yeah, just giving space to breathe into that as well, because I'm just feeling there's a lot of sadness that's around that too. Yeah, feeling the deep pressure to, yeah, just feeling the urgency to want to do it, and also acknowledging that there's this really tender part of yourself that's really afraid too of your power. Yeah, and just allowing that to really be there too. Because this is the part of all of us that we get to bring to the forefront. We all, and particularly you, Brianna, you've got so much like leadership energy that it kind of can override the soft part of you that has perhaps this fear, this real sensitivity to others, of what others think. Yeah, because you can feel quite separate, but you've got a deep love for others too, and this deep desire to be loved. But the interesting thing is it's your individuality and your ability to be just unapologetically self-loving and in your full expression that inspires the love in the hearts of others. And that's what I saw, that's what I see in you as well. It's like this ability to just stand out. It's like can you be okay with standing out?
That's like hitting it home so deep right now with like I'm meant to stand out like so brightly, and I've been like, why are people looking at me? Like
Mm-hmm.
I get sensitive skin. Like I can feel people's feelings and their judgments and their this and their that. And it's like I haven't had that thick callus yet to just let it roll off and be like, well, I'm just Brianna. And that's beautiful. I still think that, but it just like goes in a little bit, Even this, like the hair, like at the beginning of this year, I had the same long blonde hair that I've had my whole life. And it felt like cutting it off was like this, like getting rid of like the vanity of like trying to hide behind it, and then coloring it blue for the first time. Like I was like staring in the mirror and I was like nervous about it just because of how much I stood out. And it was like, wow, like you always just wanted to be normal. Like you didn't want to be that weird person to be made fun of. And now like you're just stepping into these like embodiments of that weird person. And it's like each step there's like this shakiness to it, but I'm still taking the steps to like stand out again.
Mm-hmm. And that is exactly the journey that you're on, is to like, I'm so sensitive, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to be okay with this, and I'm okay with being seen. And yeah, yeah. Because it's like when all of us as leaders are moving out of like we're leading this change and this shift of humanity being out of survival and moving into thriving, because we're journeying such core pieces in ourselves. And that's the piece that you're really journeying, is that like our deepest fear that stops us from stepping out in our leadership and being different is this fear of rejection from the tribe. But yeah, like the piece to land for you is like, and for you to share with others, is the more individual we can be, the more likely we are to find our unique tribe. Yeah. And so the more that you can step into that, it's like the more people are going to be just magnetized to you and inspired by you. I'm always just seeing you go around to people and just like, it's all like just going up to them and be like, come on, just be yourself. Be yourself. You're not going to like find your people, and you're not going to find happiness until you be yourself. And like the thing, like let go of the conformment in a way, but it's like it's in a way that's really graceful. Like it's not necessarily this real harsh, like it could potentially come out in this like harsh rebellion way, I'm so different and fuck the world kind of thing. But because you have got so much heart and sensitivity behind it, it's like it's more about this like artistic flair. Like how can you bring through your art?
Yeah, I believe that everyone has art that they need to express, and a lot of us just forgot, and it just takes a little color to like, because it like burns a fire. If you can like light the fire in someone, or like stir up the embers of something that they was like long forgotten, someone's life.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just like, my heart feels so full, and it just, I don't want to say it needed this, but like it feels like I can feel your like warmth going into like all the crevices inside of my heart, and just sort of like melding the like pieces and like filling into all of the like, because we're not broken, but it's like recently I've been like, my heart's like cracked, it's like, it is.
I feel it, yeah.
Yeah. But so I just want to reflect that I can literally feel your warmth, and like its nutrient is just like touching the very
What's your deepest desire for what you want to create?
back. I want to create a space where people remember who they are. Like, and that's the thing, is like I don't know what it looks like yet, and maybe it's through writing, and maybe it's through like many different forms how it wants to come out. But it's like it feels like there's these like snippets of information that, like, when given in the right time in the right place, can like unlock the like memories, like a remembrance.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's impact, and that's the transmission I received from you when we met too. It was like seeing the qualities of the individual, what's unique about them, and bringing it to them in that real like direct way. It's a strong piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that is, yeah, it's something, it's like some kind of, it'll come through, like I'm feeling that it'll come through for you uh, after this. Like it's really going to land probably like a lot of inspiration over this new moon too, um, of how that wants to look. But it'll come through the way that you express yourself. It's like find what brings you freedom, and then like bring that through in your service to others. It's like, all right, this is like my message, and this is what I know is able to like support people to bring out their art and their individualism and become the voice for that. Like really claim your leadership. And leading, like your leadership, it's like that seems like such a big word, but leadership is just leading by example. You don't have to be anything different to what you already are. It's just really claiming all of who you be and igniting that in others.
I like that. All of who I am for others. Like for me, but that's like what leadership is. Because I think I've struggled with that. Like I get it a lot, or I get it reflected a lot, and I've always kind of been like like that like leadership. But you just said that in such a way that's like, oh yeah, like through my own expression and my self-expression. My insight today, which was like the first opening around sharing, was like, what if I treat my social media like as if it was my best friend, and I was just sharing all of the insights and wisdom I would give to my best friend, and instead of being like so afraid of like being in the world.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm excited to see what comes through in that, and really and claiming that this message, a safe, like that what you shared, when I said what's your deepest desire, for people to have like that space, like just to be all of who they are. That is like really run that message. Like that is such an overarching vision that you can really just hold, because this is like, we can want to know, how does this want to look like, or what is it I'm going to create, and we could really be building one thing. You are here, like your mission is to like, be a leader, and it's gonna all be unfolding that way, especially maybe over like the next um, next few years. It's really going to start to ground in, like you're really in this time of like breaking down the old and transitioning into that. So that's why I'm kind of like, oh, it's going to start to really hit like this last half of the year for you. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, don't be afraid of initiating these new ideas. Yeah. Amazing, love. Thank you.
Thank you.
I muted myself again. Are you still there, Mate?
Hi. I was just lying down.
So this is going to be a spontaneous one because I didn't actually, the other third person I was tuning into wasn't able to make it. She had to be with her children. So this is like a on the spot tuning into what's there for Mate, who has been in the sexuality school that I lead as well in this current round, which we're just wrapping up. And it's been very, very amazing to witness this woman's journey. To really, I feel right now, she's journeyed a lot of different parts of herself through sexuality. And it's kind of like it's this like reaching this place, this final place of it really kind of landing of like who you get to be in the world and how you get to create what it is you're here to bring through. So tell me, what's alive in your space today? What are you feeling, and what would you really love to receive from this?
I'm not sure. It's 6 a.m. So, and I've been feeling probing here, so that's why I had to lie down. So I was feeling your energy probing around, I think. So I don't know what today is about really. I know what yesterday was about, and today it's like every day I wake up and I don't know where the day is going to take me, and so that's the answer. I don't know.
But something really pulled you today to be in my space and receive this piece that I'm bringing, and like there's something in your soul that's like dedicated to really showing up for this and being awake so early. And so what I kind of feel from that is there's something that I'm bringing that's like wanting to really light up in you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess so.
what parts of you do you see in me, or what is it? I would love to kind of hear what parts of yourself you see.
I think we both share the light feminine.
I was feeling that, and I was like, what occurs for Mate is she can be perceived by others, like you can be perceived by others as this very like harsh energy, but behind that, what I've continuously been able to see in you is there's this softness that wants to come to the forefront. This real heart. I'd love for you to just like place your hand over your heart and speak. Just let your heart speak what your deepest desire for your mission is. My heart's deepest desire is to see a world where, or just allow that part of you to share.
I wish more people could fall in love with honesty.
What do you desire?
Just for myself
And what is your
to
heart
just
saying? Yeah, what is your heart speaking to you right now?
I'm not sure, because underneath there I just have like my solar plexus, my stomach is aching because of the use of the word harsh, because I don't at all associate or recognize how that can be me.
Yeah. Because you're so soft.
Yeah. And also people that meet me in real life don't use that word. So it's something about, but it's something I keep hearing in the online space. And it's weird because in real life people say the opposite. So that puzzles me
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. Because there's something in the way that you're currently presenting yourself that is wanting to protect the softness, because it is so soft. It's just you wanting to protect you. And I feel we can all relate to that. We probably all have this side. I know I can. I've had that projection of being like being seen as like harsh when I've been wanting to protect that softest part of me.
Yeah, but I also feel it's a very big misunderstanding in the world as well around, again, honesty, and that people are not used to honest language, and one then tends to think that there's much more underneath that one is actually being presented, because when someone, for instance, would say the same as I'm saying, maybe underneath there will be 10 more layers that they're not communicating. But whereas I am simply communicating what's there and there's nothing hidden. And that's very frustrating, because when I'm honestly just saying whatever and everything, and then people will even use the word that I'm manipulating, and I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm just being dead honest. And that's a little bit confusing, how to communicate with a world that's so used to dishonesty, that even that people just look for it all the time. That's a little bit of how to navigate. I'm not sure of.
There's something about, yeah, there's this big part of you that that gives that gives a lot to others, and really just you love being of service. And so for others to really open up to that, how can you express to them the unseen parts of you that they, that you're like, this is here, but they can't see? I'm feeling this, talking from the feeling state, what I'm feeling. I'm feeling I'm feeling hurt, or I'm feeling sadness. It hurts to feel misunderstood. These pieces that you do experience and that you do journey, that open up this space for people to really relate to the softness. going to finish up and just for us to breathe together. You just want to place a hand over your heart and over your womb and just setting the intention that this ability to bring the softness to the forefront, for this care for others to be brought back to the self, to be okay with not everyone needing to understand your softness and to love you in that. So that's been a huge journey for me. I always just thought, I'm so kind, I'm so loving. Why do people want to be hurtful to me? I don't understand it, because I could feel so deeply that part of myself. And it's been a journey to just know that that's there and not need to defend it. It can exist. It can just exist and be felt without needing to prove itself. You don't need to prove it. You can just be it.
Yeah. And I get the message that it's for my own sake, not for others.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I'm in my soft place, then I get attacked all kind of different directions. But when I'm strong in myself, then people can say whatever, and I'll be safe still.
Mm. Thank you, Mate. Thank you, everyone, for staying on. I really appreciate the energy in this space and can feel that. Yeah, this is being received. Did anyone want to, that hasn't had a reading, want to just come off? Muted myself again. Want to share what they have maybe been receiving from the chat? Okay, beautiful. Well, I'm excited to share for all of you as well that I am opening up a group space that's going to be ongoing for all of us and for anyone else who is watching this back as well. It's something that, yeah, dropped through for me. Actually, it dropped in the last Cancer new moon, and I know that this is the like, it's unique. We have a second Cancer new moon in the space of a month, and yeah, it was to create a group space where we can all be in each other's energetic field and collaborate and bring through what it is we're here to create, and feel supported by other people who are building their visions, other powerful light workers who are all coming together. And for me, because I have on my journey landed myself in some really powerful places and am connected to a lot of really significant people and a lot of very powerful knowledge that is bringing through all of this information that is literally creating a new way of being in the world. And I want to create a space where this can be shared and that I can just bring through what is the newest information that is coming in these spaces and share it with others. So yeah, I'm launching the Visionary Vortex. It is going to be starting in a couple of weeks, but I'm officially announcing it, and you guys are the first to hear about it. So it's going to be an online collaborative space. It's a limited number of people that come into it. We'll be having a couple of group calls a month, and they'll kind of be, one of them will kind of be like this, where it's directly reading who's in the space and sharing what's coming through in that way. Another will be me giving a transmission of what I'm learning, offering kind of whatever downloads come through for the group in lives, and sharing information that I know is going to be of value. And every single person that comes into the space too, I do a one-on-one session with, to kind of be able to gather what it is you're working on and what it is you're experiencing as well. So for the first 11 people that want to jump into that, I'm doing a discounted rate. The way it works is you come in for a minimum of 3 months, and we go through the calls and things like that. There's an option to stay on ongoing at a lower rate as well. And yeah, you can also, if you desire to do one-to-one, like more than the first entry one-to-one session, there's opportunities to upgrade that as well. But yeah, if you're feeling called to that, then yeah, drop me a message or drop in the chat now that you're interested, and I can put a space aside for you. We'll just jump on a separate chat and kind of just drop into why you're feeling called. Georgie's put a link up there too. She's my assistant who was beautiful in working out these link issues today. But yeah, I'm really, like, I feel really excited to create this, and there's so much that I want to bring through to it, because we're in such a pivotal time. And as we kind of brought up today, being in a community that you can really share your truth and know that you can trust and that you can receive feedback from, while still being empowered in your own creation. Like, it's like that little bit of guidance and connection and support to the bigger visions of what's occurring in the world, while also being able to like have a space where you can be seen and share, is really, yeah, powerful. And yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah, drop me a message, or even just drop like a fuck yes in the comments right now, and I can yeah, we can have a call this afternoon or this evening, whatever time it is for you. And yeah, feel free to share this as well. I'll be, as of now, bringing it out into the wider world. So yeah, it feels really amazing to have all of you guys here to kind of feel the energy of this launch. I do like, and what I'll kind of be teaching in this as well is how I kind of tune into when I bring these things out, and how I receive that, and kind of know when the timing is. And there's all a real beautiful flow in the way that we all get to bring through our creations, where we're able to kind of deeply know ourselves, and have this deeper level of trust in how creation wants to move through. So yeah, we'll be doing, there'll be all kinds of different things that come through, embodiment practices. It may be, I'm like, okay, we're all going to get together and we're going to just like not even talk and do like a ceremony and share. There's an opportunity, if you're a leader, to even do a guest webinar. Like, I'm really, like, what I feel is the greatest gift in leadership is to be able to empower and raise up other leaders. And so that's really what's going to be created in this space. I'm just this energetic space holder, but it's all of our magic and all of our collaborations. And I do believe that this next stage of evolution comes from bringing people together. So the intention I put into this space as well is that, you know, people will get to meet their future business partners and collaborators and supporters. And yeah, it's literally a vortex that we're all come, a visionary vortex. It essentially wraps it up. So yeah, looking forward to having a chat for anyone who is interested in that. And yeah, for those who I spoke to today, if anything arises, keep me updated after this. Any hits that come in, creative downloads, all of that, I'd love to hear. It was so amazing to get to know you all better. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So much love, all your beautiful people. All right, enjoy.